Hey guys, how's it going? Robert Warshank here, and I've got a nice spicy new priest deck for you guys. It is pretty good. We had a lot of fun with it and a lot of success. I believe we started around like 600 or 700 legend, and then we ended up around 300 legend with this deck. So let's take a look at it. It's going to be Mech Priest. Surprisingly super cheap deck to build as well. So this is actually going to fall under our budget decks because, believe it or not, if you take out Zilliax and replace it with like another Harvest Golem or Acolyte of Pain, this deck costs 960 dust. So Zilliax is almost twice the cost because he's 1600 dust as a legendary than the entire deck, which is insane. For those of you who are unfamiliar with how we do our like a deck guides, deck reviews, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna talk about the deck. I'm gonna show you, what I have in the deck, why it's there, its functionality, and then from there we're gonna go into some matches. You're gonna see how the deck is played and kind of see why I do what I do with the deck. And yeah, it should be fun. So with that, let's take a look. Double Silence. This, in my opinion, is super necessary right now. There's so many other mech decks running around. Looking at Mech Hunter or Mech Paladin in particular, being able to silence a minion that they were able to magnetize like 1,000,000 times and making it to its original form is huge. Plus the fact that you can silence taunts and it's 0 mana. It's kind of hard not to put silence in your deck right now. Inner Fire, we've been over this in almost every priest video for the past year, 2 years. The Inner Fire Divine Spirit combo is just one of those things that for 4 cards, every time you play a minion with health above like 7, you're threatening what could possibly be lethal with the Divine Spirit Inner Fire combo. So they just go two peas in a pod. And we also have a lot of very high HP minions, which we'll get to later. Northshire Cleric, this is priest bread and butter in the early game. 1 mana, 1/3. Whenever a minion is healed, you get to draw a card. So being able to go like Northshire Cleric now into extra arms is really, really big. Or Northshire Cleric into Power Word Shield is really awesome. So Cleric is by far like some of the best early game that we can have. You keep it every time. Power Word Shield, giving a minion +2 health and drawing a card's insane, especially in combination with again making them have more health. So you can double that health and then switch their health with attack, or actually make their attack their health and then you just kill them. Extra arms, just being able to buff your minion for 2 mana is really good. Plus you can play this twice because when you use it the original time, you get another one back in your hand. Very similar to like Twin Spell. This was like the first form of Twin Spell. So really, really good card, and with the buff, it just got even better. Galvanizer, almost every minion in this deck is a mech, so being able to play Galvanizer on turn 2 and then following that up with a bunch of cheap mechs is just insane. So really, really good card. Upgradeable Framebot has a lot of HP, very cheap in cost, very easy to magnetize, very good card in general. Acolyte of Pain, so there's like 2 cards in this deck that I'm not sure about and how to replace them. It's Acolyte of Pain and Harvest Golem. So you could probably take out a Harvest Golem, put in another Acolyte of Pain, or you could take out the Acolyte of Pain and put in another Harvest Golem. I'm still testing that. But the Northshire Clerics and the Power Word Shields by themselves, I just wanted more draw. I wanted more chances to be able to magnetize mechs and just keep the gas kind of rolling. So I figured Acolyte of Pain isn't a bad way to do that. Plus playing Acolyte of Pain and then being able to give him health is pretty good because you'll be able to draw every turn. On top of that, he's just a pretty solid card. So again, testing the Acolyte of Pain and Harvest Golem, still on the fence about these guys. Bronze Gatekeeper, again, has the same stats as the Upgradeable Framebot, but this guy actually has Taunt and Magnetic. So, Upgradeable Framebot into Bronze Gatekeeper, on turn 3, you have a 2-10 or 2 attack, 10 HP minion, and a zoo deck isn't going to be able to get through that. Any hunter most likely is not going to be able to get through that unless they have poisonous already. So just really, really solid mech cards, and being able to magnetize is huge. Harvest Golem, you could be like, Rob, what the heck? He's just super sticky. A 3 mana 2/3 that when he dies you get a 2/1. Just having minions on the board to magnetize is almost like it's one of the most important things about this deck, because you're able to make trades that you wouldn't normally make, or you're able to go face, because if a mech lives on the board, you magnetize it, it can attack immediately. So really, really good. Snip Snap, probably one of the best mechs in the deck, if not the best mech in the game. This guy is absolutely insane. If you're playing a mech deck, you have to play this guy, and you get this guy for free. So that's why I didn't take him into consideration when talking about the dust of the deck, because everybody should have received a free golden Snip Snap. Replicating Menace, just a really solid mech. It's a 4 mana 3/1. Whenever it dies, you summon 3 microbots. Again, the key is to maintain board state and to keep stuff on the board and rolling. All right, Shadow Madness. So I threw 2 of these in the deck originally, and I ended up taking one out. And then after I took the one out, every single game I played on ladder, I'm like, man, I really wish I had Shadow Madness. Man, I really wish I had Shadow Madness. And I just kept saying it. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to put another one in the deck. I added another one in the deck, and with 2 Shadow Madnesses, it is so incredibly powerful. If you're playing almost any other aggressive style or mid-range deck, and they're using mechs, and you're able to Shadow Madness their poisonous mech, trade into another mech, and then their poisonous mech has like the death rattle, like from a snip snap, and you're able to generate, not only kill their minion, you generate 2 1/1s. It's just insane. So Shadow Madness versus any sort of, again, other mid-range deck is super good, and especially against mechs, because you're able to steal them and then kill other mechs with them, and then hopefully they have a death rattle, and that ends up being on your side. So you'll see in the games how good Shadow Madness is. It's just, if we start playing against more control decks, obviously Shadow Madness loses a lot of value, but because of everybody's running Hunter right now, it's just super good. Underpowered Steambot, 4 mana, 9 HP minion. This isn't necessarily in here for it's a 0 attack. It's here because it has taunt and it has 9 HP. And if it doesn't get dealt with, we just magnetize this, or we just give it more health and inner fire it, and it attacks. So super good card. And you'll be surprised. Like, we'll play an underpowered Steambot, and then people will like really, even if we don't have Divine Spirit inner fire, they'll like extend like 2 or 3 cards just trying to kill this one minion because they're so scared of dying in one turn, even though our hand only has like 2 cards in it. They're just like, gotta kill it. Super it looks very underwhelming and underpowered, but let me tell you, it does its job really well. Wargear, this is almost a staple in almost every mech deck, being a 5 mana 5/5 magnetic mech is just insane. And then the Zilliax, again, we've kind of covered that. This is the best neutral legendary in the game, and if you don't have this guy, he's probably should be on your #1 to craft list, and he's just really good. And if you don't have him, again, you can replace him with like a Harvest Golem or an Acolyte of Pain, and this deck is literally under 1,000 dust, and it did really well for us. So with that, let's head into the game, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and if the deck does do you well and you like the video and you like what you see, throw an upvote or a KekXD in the comment section below. That's good enough for me. All it does is tell me you like the video, you like what you see, and you want to see more of this kind of video. So with that, let's head into the games, guys. Enjoy. You know.
I foresaw this encounter.
Let the pain speak to me. If anybody has some cool deck recommendations, like we can, there's Spell Power Rogue that was really fun as well. Spell Power Rogue was super fun. If Smirk left and this is Pogo Rogue, yeah, it is what it is. It probably is Pogo Rogue, to be honest.
How much is this worth to you?
Do I trade into the 1/4 or the 3/3? He already shadow stepped, so. With your energy when you hold me. Your hero power also targets adjacent minions. Okay. Have you tried to hit Legend Wild now? I have no interest in Wild. Zero interest in thy Wild. Oh wow, that was a really good card. Jesus, man. 3 mana, 3/5. How long can this go on? Oh, he also has second Shadow Step. How was I gonna win this match, man? Not to be the bearer of bad news, but how was I supposed to actually win this match? He had coin, lackey, shadow step, and then rolls into this. How was I ever winning this match? Yo, Triple J with the 500 bits. Yo, thanks, man. Much appreciated, homie. I'm just kind of playing my cards right now. I actually think Heal Druid would do really, really well right now, believe it or not. I think Heal Druid would do amazing. What could I draw? Shadow Madness is actually really good again. Zill? Sure. Do I just double the health? Like, kind of just what we got to do.
I hope you like my invention.
How do I may be stupid, but how do bits work? No, it's basically Twitch's form of it's Twitch's form of donations. Do I win? I just win. Wow. How did I win this? All right, this deck's amazing. This deck is broken. This deck is unbelievably powerful. We've never seen anything like it. You know, we play a lot cooler decks than Bomb, but it is what it is. Yo, JJ, that #1 next to your name, looking good, brother. Looking good. Do this anymore?
I foresaw this encounter.
So, I'm so upset. I just find myself getting so bored, so you can't stick with it. Yeah, I mean, Legend isn't like a fun thing. I think the experience could be I think the experience could be a lot better if they did what Magic did. You know what I mean? So Magic, like, you have your rank, like, gold, and then like you have gold like division 4, and then you get, for each win you get like a bar, and then for each loss you get a bar. But then when you hit gold division 3 or whatever's like next, like you can't go down past that. So like when you hit rank 4, like you're at rank 4, and then you can't get lower than rank 4. And then when you fill up, you know what I mean, you go to rank 3, but then you can't lose rank 3. But I guess that it may make that too easy then, you know? But I think Magic does it right. I like the way like the Magic system feels good. Cause then you can meme around with the deck at like any rank you want, and then finally like try. I'm pretty sure it's boom, boom, boom. And this just feels so good. And that's also a thing. Like, I've been playing the same deck in Magic for about a month and a half now, and I'm still not bored of the single deck that I play. I play Grixis Control, and I'm not bored of that deck at all. I love that deck. It's so much fun. It feels good. It looks good, feels good, is good, JJ Free. Dude, you guys popped off this stream. Look at this. Noob sub with the gifted, Schmirk with the big donos, Alex with the donos and the gifted subs. Y'all fucking pop the hell off. I swear you've said my name every time you've read it differently. Of course. I call you Frey. I call you Triple J. I call you JJ. You gotta, you know, mix it up every once in a while. I gotta keep you on your toes, dude. I can't just, you know. There's just not one way to say things. That's kind of obnoxious. This is gonna have 10.
What do the cards say?
Access denied. Job done.
I wasn't sure about that Zilliax turn. That's the turn I wasn't really sure about. Is he gonna be able to kill this? Nah. Well, if he double trades, you'd have to trade and then trade. And then we just get a whole bunch of 1/1s. Yeah, I don't see him doing that. We're 1 off lethal, man.
What do the cards say?
Protocol 7.
It starts with a bang.
Job's done.
Yo, breadsticks with the 200 bits coming in. Yo, appreciate it, man. You'll have a number 2 next to your name now. Big pogs for breadsticks. What university do I go to? I go to UCF, University of Central Florida. I am 1 semester away from getting my well, I'm actually in my final semester for the master's degree. So after this, I am done, master's complete, and then I'm going to be apparently smart. I can't wait to this piece of paper to arrive to tell me I'm big brain boy. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's all dependent on if he has Zul'jin or not.
Let the pain speak to me.
It starts with a bang. I guess I could have played the Framebot, but like, the only reason I'd play the Framebot is because I can actually interfire it for lethal if he doesn't. Like, if he kills the bomb and leaves the Acolyte's not lethal, while the Framebot is. Motherfucker. This is, like, not cool. I do get 1/1s out of the deal, though. Many of them. Shadow Madness OP. Is this Shadow Madness lethal again? Dude, Shadow Madness OP, boys. I mean, I guess, if we really want to talk about it, I could borrow 100,000 from the bank, complete my masters, file for bankruptcy, send it to the debt collector, don't like pay off the debt collector like 5 grand, and be like, that's all I got. Easy money, dude. So I mean, there's that too, but you know, I didn't say that. Twitch chat, I didn't say that. It's not a live stream, can't be recorded, never to be found again. You know what I'm saying? No big deal. Easy money. I want you more. I want you more than more. I need you. Remember, Rob, social intelligence is usually the best kind. I don't know about all that because I don't like. I'm not really good socially. I'm not really a social person. I'm more of a, you know, hang out in my room, play children's card games all day kind of person, you know? Slightly more of my creek. I had to take for my I'm in a negotiation class right now. And I had to take a not a negotiations test. What am I thinking? I had to take like a personality thingy. And I scored very low on all social aspects, like very low. We're talking like as low as I could score for empathy. Yeah, empathy. Caring about others, friendship, bonding. I scored like as low as I could possibly score. All right, so is there a way I have lethal? No, so I should probably just play this. Yeah. Yeah, I scored very low on those departments. It's not my fault, though. No, Rob, it's literally your fault because no one else is you! I want you more than I want you. I want you more than...
Access denied.
Let's separate the value out here. But I care about things. It's just like in like, for example, if I'm in Publix and some person goes, I like your t-shirt, I say thanks and I don't think again. Like that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Like I'm not like, oh, how you doing today? Howdy Barry duty? Like none of that happens. Like it's just, that's the end of the line. In class, people say, how's your day going, Rob? I say, okay. That's it. That's all they get. Turn 2 lethal by playing Steambot. Well, turn 2 lethal. How Steambot's like a 4-mana card. But yeah, this deck can pull off some pretty quick lethals. Speaking of that kind of test, I'm trying to get into police department and I have to take a test for it, and I'm practically and on the practical situation test I got a 98, but on the personality test I got a 65. Yeah, I mean it just happens, man. It is what it is. What did he do? He used Volcanic Burst and Lightning Bolt to kill my Steambot. I feel like that's a lot of resources. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7, 8 and a 9 and a 10, 11, 12 and a 13, 14, 15, 16. So next turn he's going to be at 8, but he overloaded twice. I should probably kill one of these to play around the... I'm going to attack one of these just to play around the card that turns everything into a random legendary minion.
Shall we make a storm?
Well, my social skills are better. Like, I've been talking to a camera for a really long time now, so this is super easy for me. But in real life, I'm horrible. But I mean, everybody's got their pros and cons, right? Mine just happens to be real life. But we good. I don't think his deck runs Lightning Storm, Bolus. It might though. We're about to find out. And this is also different. Like, I'm interacting with the game and like explaining stuff. It's not just like a one-on-one talking about like stuff. Dun, 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 dun. So how do I kill this card? Definitely gonna have to use some of this magic right here. I mean, or hold the phone. Hold the phone. I'm just scared this guy might have an Earthshock, because if he has an Earthshock, I kind of just get nay-nayed, and I really just don't want to get nay-nayed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about getting nay-nayed. Let's just do some of this. I kind of want to double his health just to make him a little bit harder to kill. But that's all I'm going to do. Just silence it. It's still a minion I'm going to need to deal with. I don't think he had Earthshock, or I think he would have used it on one of the one of the snip snaps, you know? Oh, he had Earthshock the whole time. All right. Okay. Well, good news is we've got plenty of great cards to draw. Hell yeah, brother. Is that lethal? Double at 12. Yeah, it's lethal. Whew! Jeez. This deck is just winning. We're just winning. Ever since we switched to this deck and switched off Pogo, top 500 legend is nothing but a thing.